Hey out there, guys. I just want to start off by thanking Coach for having me on today, giving me the opportunity to talk to you guys. And I think these online clinics are a really, really cool deal. Um, my name is Cameron Cox. I'm the offensive coordinator at Refugio ISD in Refugio, Texas. We are a small 2A high school on the coastal bend in South Texas. We have anywhere from 195 to 205 students, grades 9 through 12. So we're on the smaller end. We're blessed at Refugio ISD. We have unbelievable administration, great community support. We have one of the best head football coaches in the state of Texas, in Jason Herring. And we have great facilities. And the number one deal is we have great talent. We win a lot. And we've been winning for a long, long time, and that doesn't happen without talent. So we're super blessed down here. I'm going to talk to you guys today, or with you guys today, about structuring a power spread offense. And when I say power spread offense, I really, that's kind of a label that's slapped on a lot of offenses. It is a kind of how to structure, or how most shotgun run based offenses are structured, either intentionally or unintentionally, kind of what they're built around. And then I'm also going to talk to you about how we do it at Refugio High School. So how to structure a power spread offense or a shotgun run-based offense. A little bit of contact information. My Twitter is at Coach Cam Cox. My email is cameron.cox@refugioisd.net. If you guys have any questions about this clinic or any other thing that you see on the screen right here, don't hesitate to get in contact with me. I'm an open book. I love talking ball. I don't know any more than anybody else, but I do enjoy it. If you're not a member of X's and O's Labs, that's a great resource. I've been fortunate enough to be able to write 2 clinic reports for X's and O's Labs, one over the play action pass off the shotgun buck sweep, the other one over our Sugar Huddle offensive package. So you can check those out on X's and O's Labs. And I've talked with the City of Palms Clinic down in McAllen, Texas, over our drop back passing game. So again, there's my contact information. If you guys have any questions or about anything you see today or any of this other stuff, don't hesitate to get in contact with me via Twitter or email. All right. Let's go ahead and jump in. I know there's a lot of stuff on this slide, and we have been very successful in the power spread offense. We started running it in 2016, but I want to give you a little bit of background. Refugio High School has been my head coach, Jason Herring. He came in 2007. And he ran the air raid offense from 2007 to 2015. I came in 2013 as the quarterbacks coach, and was promoted to offensive coordinator before the 2016 season. But Refugio was extremely successful in the air raid offense. They won a state championship in 2011 down here in Texas, and then in 2013, my first year here, we broke state records for single season passing yards and touchdowns, single game touchdowns, passing yards and passing touchdowns in a career for a quarterback. So extremely successful. We went back to the state title in 2013, running the air raid, and we lost. And then we went back again in 2015, and we lost. So we were successful running the air raid, but how we kind of got to running the power spread is kind of a cool little story. So like I said, I was hired in 2013 here to coach quarterbacks, and it was right after Christmas break. I was actually hired over Christmas break. So I come in, and one of the first things that Coach Herring, our head coach, asked me or wants to talk to me about it, he says, well, what do you know about Gus Malzahn? And, I'm like 24, 25, and I'm like, man, Coach, I don't really know anything about Gus Malzahn. I mean, I know he just got hired at Auburn, and he was the head coach at Arkansas State last year. And so he's like, well, I want you to find what you can, find as much as you can, and study it, learn it. So I did just that. And it just so happened that, that year, the fall of 2013 is Gus Malzahn's first year at Auburn as the head coach, and they go on and have the magical season where it kicked 6 and the miracle at Jordan Hare against Georgia, and they end up going to the national championship game and losing to Florida State. So it was just kind of a real weird deal. That's I started studying them then, and they had that season. And ever since then, I've been kind of hooked. And I've actually been able to fly over to Auburn, Alabama from Texas and meet with those guys a little bit and spend some time with their football program. So that's somebody that we really mimic and kind of take a lot of stuff from. And then coincidentally, also my alma mater, I played football at Hardin-Simmons University, a Division III school out in Abilene, Texas, and they were known for slinging the ball around all over the yard. Ever since they reinstated their football program in the early 90s, and in around 2014, 2015, they actually went to what they call a smash mouth spread offense, which is a power spread offense, a shotgun run-based offense. And so we take from that's two places that we take a lot from. So if you like what you see today, obviously Auburn and Hardin-Simmons University, and there's a lot of different places that run stuff that's similar to us. But anyways, I'm going to go over some of the successes that we've had in the power spread and kind of break it down for you year by year. I'm not going to go through all the numbers, but I'll highlight some stuff. In 2016, we were the Texas State champions. We had a 15-1 record. That was our first year running wholesale power spread. We were 72% run, about 28% pass, 433.6 yards per game, about 42 points per game. And you can see we were heavy run as far as run to pass breakdown, and then we ran for almost 5,000 yards, so almost 300 yards a game. We passed just enough to stay dangerous, just enough for it to be a threat. Right over 2,000 yards on the season, almost 140 yards a game. Now, if you look at 2017, 2019, the run to pass ratios are a lot more where we want it to be. We're a lot more balanced in those years. So you can see 2017, we were the state finalists, lost in the state title game, finished 13-2. We were about 53% run, about 47% pass, 432 yards per game, about 45 points per game. And you can see we are more balanced with our rushing and passing stats too. And, there's a perfect example. We threw for almost 3,700 yards and 52 touchdowns. I mean, so if you got a guy that can sling it, and we didn't change anything. We still ran the power spread. We still ran the football. We still did all the stuff I'm going to talk about in this presentation. We just had a very, very gifted thrower at quarterback, So brings us on to 2019, which is all the film you'll see from today, from today's presentation. We were 16-0, first team to go 16-0 in Refugio high school history. One of only three teams in Texas high school football this year to go 16-0, to go undefeated. We won the state championship. We were about 57% run, about 43% pass. Went over 7,000 yards on the season, almost 750 points, averaged right over 450 yards per game and around 48 points per game. You can see we are much balanced with our yardage and rushing and passing. First offense that I've ever been around that was over 3,000 yards, both rushing and passing, averaged over 2,000 yards, 200 yards a game rushing and passing. And you can see our rushing touchdowns. That's the most that I've ever been a part of, is 72 rushing touchdowns on the year. So that's a little bit about what we've done in the power spread offense and our success in a shotgun run-based offense. Move on to the next slide. Okay, why we run the power spread. I think everybody that has an offense that they really, really, really believe in has reasons why they believe in it and why they run that offense. And it comes down to their philosophy and their beliefs, and we're no different. We believe in this, and we have a list of things that we believe, and that is why we do what we do. So I'm going to go over some of these points. Some of you guys may run a very similar offense and believe in the same thing. Some of you guys may run a very different offense and still believe in the same thing. And then some of you guys out there may be looking for an offensive change. And these are maybe some things that you believe in and they pique your interest, whatever. So, we believe in running the football to win big time games and championships. I'm not ignorant. I know that you can win games and you can win championships by throwing the ball. We did that when I was an assistant here in the air raid. But in my philosophy, my belief, my personal opinion is that at some time, if you're trying to win a state championship or you're trying to make deep runs into the playoffs, there's going to be a time when you're going to need to run the football, and you're going to need to be able to run the football well at some time throughout the season. So that's one of our big things is we believe in being able to run the football in order to win big time games and state championships, which is our goal here. B, we believe in playing a physical style of offense. Anytime you coach in a run-based offense, whether you're pro I or your split back V or your flex bone or wing T or your spread to run, you're going to believe in playing a physical style of offense probably, something that we preach year round. It's an attitude we try to breed in our kids from when we get them as seventh graders. We spend a lot of time in the weight room trying to get that confidence up and get bigger and faster and stronger. And so we believe in playing a physical style of offense, firing off the ball and imposing our will. We want our guys to believe that they can impose their will on anybody we line up against. And that's the kind of attitude that we attack with. C, believe in a misdirection running game. This is no different than, we run our base plays and we like to dress them up with shifts and motions. Something that a lot of run-based offenses do, even if they're under center. We do it out of the gun. A lot of run-based gun offenses do the same thing. Power spread offenses do the same thing. We believe in that. We believe in misdirection running game. D and E, I'm going to get into a little bit later in the presentation, but I'm going to go ahead and read them. We believe in stressing the defense and taking what the defense gives you. I'll get into that in a little bit. And then E, we believe in what a successful running game can do for the passing game. F, we believe in controlling the tempo of the game, whether it be fast, normal, or slow. So I believe that running the football is going to help you control and dictate the tempo of the game. Now, there's a lot of different, schools of thought when you look at the power spread or you look at spread offenses that run the ball, and you look at teams like Auburn, they play as fast as they can all the time, or they used to. They typically did. There's other offenses out there that play at a normal pace. They play with a check with me tempo, where they check to the sidelines before every play. And then there's also nothing that says that you can't run a spread offense and huddle and move at a slower pace. If that's what fits your offense the best and that's what's best for your team, then you can do that. We play at a normal pace. We're a no huddle team, but we typically don't play fast unless, it's 2-minute drill or whatever. We usually no huddle, move at a normal kind of methodical pace. So that's how we tempo a game. G, we believe in adapting your scheme to the personnel from year to year, especially the quarterback. And this is something that I feel that the spread offense and the power spread offense in particular really lends itself to. In most offenses, you're going to build it around the quarterback, especially spread offenses. So like the year that in 2016, my first year as the offensive coordinator when we won state, we had a quarterback that was a gifted runner. He was like a fullback that was about an average passer. And you saw that we ran for almost 5,000 yards and we threw for a little over 2,000, but we got the job done with that type of quarterback. The next year, 2017, we had a first round major league draft a pitcher as our quarterback, and we threw for almost 4,000 yards and 52 touchdowns. But we didn't change our scheme. We didn't change our offense. We didn't change our plays. We just tailored what we do to our personnel. And then this last year, 2019, we had a kid that, he could do it all. He could run, he could throw. If I had to compare him to somebody, I'd compare him to like Sam Ellinger at the University of Texas. He's that kind of player, and he's actually a D1 baseball signee also. So, 2017 kid went as major league draft prospect, and then this kid is a Division I baseball signee. So you can build it to all kinds of personnel, wing T personnel, true spread personnel, whatever. You can build the power spread to that. H, we believe in getting the best skilled players touches in both the running and the passing game. You'll see a little bit of that in the film. This is something that I think is a little bit easier to do in the power spread offense than it is in other offenses. We can get the ball to our best wide receivers in the flash sweep game. We can line them up wide receivers and running backs at wildcat quarterback at the wildcat position, and we can direct snap it to those guys. We can throw to our receivers in the run pass option game, even when we have a run play called. And then we can, get the ball to our running backs in the passing game in the spread offense. So that's something that we believe in, is getting our best players touches in both the running and the passing game. And then bullet point I, this is probably one of my favorite and the most fun, is you can easily be multiple out of the power spread offense. And you guys know, you watch Gus Malzahn and Auburn, and they're in Wildcat, Sugar Huddle, and a lot of people are doing that kind of stuff. And that's we do all that stuff, to keep people off guard and to get our best ball players involved. And so that's kind of why we run the power spread offense. Those are our philosophies, our beliefs. So we'll move on. We'll move on here. Before I get into, really structuring I guess this is structuring the power spread offense, or a power spread offense, but I want to talk about personnel, because personnel is often blurred in today's game, and especially blurred in a run-based shotgun offense or a power spread offense. I was having a conversation about a year ago with one of my friends. He was down here recruiting. He's the wide receivers coach at UTEP, Scotty O'Hara, and he was with UTEP's head coach Dana Dimmel when he was the offensive coordinator at Kansas State. Kansas State's multiple, and they get in the gun and they'll pound the rock a little bit. And we were just talking about how, in today's game, the H-back position has kind of muddied up personnel groupings. And so the second bullet point, you ask yourself, is the H-back a tight end or a fullback? Is he inside the tackle? Is he outside the tackle? Is his hand in the turf in a 3-point stance? Or is he up in a 2-point stance? You see guys, coaches implement all these different ways, all these different tactics with their H-backs and execute a power spread system. So there's no one way to do it. I think you just have to decide what's going to be best for your running game, what's going to be best for your offense. Do you have more tight end bodies or fullback bodies? Are you going to ask them to do different things or the same thing? All that stuff comes into play. Bullet point number 3, you can see I got is it 20 or 21 personnel? Is it 11 or 12 personnel? What is it? That's a question that I get sometimes from other coaches when I'm talking about our offense. And I always think and ask myself, does it really matter? I don't care if and this is going to take us kind of into our approach to personnel. I don't care if our H-back is a tight end or a fullback body. I don't really care. So let's go on. We'll talk about our approach. We use a total roster approach. It's something that I believe in wholeheartedly. I think we have a bunch of gifted athletes, and they're all gifted in different ways. And so I want to use anybody that can help us, anybody that puts in the work can help us be successful. I want to use them. So we use tight ends at H-back. We use fullback type bodies at H-back. We have tight ends that we play strictly on the line of scrimmage. They never play the H-back position. We play multiple quarterbacks. We'll put multiple guys at the wildcat spot. We'll play with 6 offensive linemen in the game. We'll play with 4 wide receivers, 3 wide receivers. We use anybody and everybody that we can. Now, in saying that, our base personnel is we have a tailback, we have a super back, which is our H-back spot, that tight end fullback type guy, and we have 3 wide receivers. So that's our base personnel, and you'll see it on film. And then you'll see other personnel groupings that we use. We use kind of a pro type personnel where we use an on the line hand into their tight end. And an H-back in the backfield, our super back in the backfield, 2 wide receivers and a tailback. You'll see us in 10 personnel with 1 back, 4 wide receivers. And you'll see us in special groups where we go, where we have 6 offensive linemen on the field, or we may be double tight end, or we may have double H-backs, whatever. We got some special stuff that we do. So moving on from personnel, we are going to talk about, I'm going to talk to you today about the meat and potatoes of a power spread offense, the meat and potatoes of a shotgun run-based offense. And like I said earlier, I think there's a lot of shotgun run-based offenses out there. And I think either intentionally or unintentionally, they are all structured the same and have the same foundation. So I'm going to talk to you today about what that foundation looks like. What are the meat and potatoes of the power spread offense? Okay. So obviously, if you're in a power spread offense, a run-based gun offense, you're going to be the meat of the power spread offense, or the meat of one of those kinds of offenses, is the run game. For us, everything we do in our offense starts with the run game. Our scheme is built from the inside out. When I got when I was promoted to the offensive coordinator spot in 2016, before the 2016 season, I started up front with the offensive line, and I said, okay, what are we going to do in the run game? All right. When I decided that, I then built out to other parts, the potatoes that I will go over on the next slide. So a little bit about us. We believe in being simple, well thought out, and fluid from one part of the offense to the other. And you'll see what I mean when I show you film. We are, honestly, probably one of the most simple offenses that you've ever seen. However, I also feel that we are well thought out and we are fluid from one part of our offense to the other. So that helps. Bullet point number 2, every power spread scheme is built around the running game. And they're structured the same way, again, whether intentionally or non-intentionally. But not all power spread running schemes are the same. And what this means is that there's a ton of running schemes out there that you can build an offense around, even in the gun, even in shotgun or power spread. Some offenses, power spread offenses, they major in the zone scheme. Others major in gap scheme or ISO scheme or option scheme. And perfect examples of that are, in 2011 when Gus Malzahn was the offensive coordinator at Auburn and he had Cam Newton as his quarterback. They majored a lot more in gap scheme because, they were quarterback power, quarterback counter, power read, all that kind of stuff is what they were built around. Fast forward to 2013 when Nick Marshall's is the quarterback and Gus Malzahn's the head coach. They're built way more around the zone scheme, the inside zone scheme, zone read, because that's what Nick Marshall was better at. You can even go as far back as like when Urban Meyer was at Bowling Green or Utah or Florida, and he's kind of his MO is that spread option. They were built around the option scheme. So even though I believe that all power spread offenses or most power spread offenses, run-based offenses are structured the same and they're all built around the running game, I think there is a lot of flexibility and freedom into what kind of run scheme you are going to build your spread offense around, your power spread offense around. As for us, we major in gap scheme and we minor in the inside zone scheme. Okay. So since 2016, we have carried 5 run schemes in our offense. Power and counter is our bread and butter. We attack off tackle with power and counter. Inside zone is the way that we hit the interior, attack the interior of the defense. Buck sweep is a little bit wider than an off tackle play. It's going to hit off the butt of our H-back ideally. And then fly sweep is how we attack the perimeter of the defense. So the meat of our offense is the run game, and that's how we do it. Moving on, power spread offense, the potatoes. So we're getting into the meat and potatoes of everything. When I said that we build our offense from the inside out, we started with the run game on the inside. And when we built out to the run pass options and to the play action pass, because those two things complement the run game better than anything else. And it is a great way to throw the ball for a run-based offense. So obviously, run pass options, everybody knows. They've been all the rage the past 5 or so years. There's a million of them out there, and they range from as simple as can be to as complex as you can imagine. They can be utilized with pre-snap options, with post-snap options, or both. For us, we utilize a pre-snap RPO system in our offense. And I'm not going to get into a ton of detail of what we do. This is not an RPO clinic. This is about something else. But in our RPO system, we dictate our reads. We can take the pass option, or the run option based off of how many defenders are in the box. We can key a defender pre-snap and throw or run off of him. We can throw or run off of grass and numbers. There's a lot of different ways that we can attack in our pre-snap RPO systems. So, and you'll see that in the film. And then, of course, the play action pass. It's been a staple of offenses for decades. All offenses, all run-based offenses take advantage of the play action pass. They're typically utilized off of the top runs in your offense, and they're an excellent way to take advantage of and execute the downfield passing game in a run-based offense. So, starting on the inside, building the run game, and then building out to the run pass option game, and then building out to the play action passing game. That is how I feel that most power spread or run based offenses are structured. And that is how we intentionally structure our offense. That's our deal. It is run game, run pass options, play action pass. So you'll look in the orange at the bottom of your screen, the RPO and PAP philosophy. This is kind of what we live and die by as an offensive unit. The running game, when combined with the run pass option game and the play action passing game, can tie your whole offense together and give you an identity to build your complete offense around. That's what we believe in. Our kids, our players, our student athletes, they know our identity, that we are going to be a hard-nosed, blue-collar, come off the ball and hit you offense. And they also know that we are going to pride ourselves in taking what the defense gives us. We are going to be a complete offense. Like I showed you earlier, the last 2 years that we've ran the power spread offense, we were pretty balanced, run the pass. We had great passing numbers, great running numbers. But that is the complete offense that we build with this philosophy of the running game, the run pass option game, and the play action game. So going on to the next slide, this just kind of shows you what the foundation looks like. Like I said, and I'm probably overkill saying it too much. We start off with the run game, then we build out to the run pass option, play action pass game, and then those two complement each other as well. Now, this is not all we do, but it is the foundation of what we do. We will throw the drop back pass. We will utilize screens and quick game and sprint out pass and all that stuff in our offense. But this right here is the bulk. This is the foundation. This is how we structure our entire offense. Okay, so we are going to go on to, this is the last slide. So we are going to go on to film. I'm going to share my huddle screen with you. I am going to, I did this a little differently than what most clinics and coaches probably do. I'm not going to show you a highlight video of us running the ball and then running run pass options and then throwing play action passes. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take a little different approach, and I'm going to show you real-time drives of us from this past season and show you that this is truly how we structured our offense. This is what we put our emphasis on. This is the foundation of what we do. And I'm going to show you that and you're going to see the bumps in the road, man. You're going to see penalties. You're going to see incomplete passes. You're going to see us having to call timeouts because of personnel issues. I mean, you're going to see everything and because these are real-time series throughout games that show us executing a well-structured power spread offense. Okay, so I'll start off this first clip. This is the first play of the game, the first play of the first series of the third game of the season. So real quick, this is our base personnel grouping. So here's our H-back, our super back, number 34. He's kind of he's a tight end type kid for our level. We have our tailback back there beside the quarterback, and then we have two wide receivers up top and one wide receiver down here. So we'll go to the wide. Remember, in our pre-snap RPO system, we have a lot of different ways that we can decide if we're running or throwing the football. So I'm not going to get into a ton of detail with all that, but I am going to kind of keep you up to date on down and distance, and I will throw in some things like we could have had this, but we did this or whatever. So first play, 1st and 10, third game of the season. We got an RPO here. We're running inside zone down here to the bottom of the screen. We have a quick game option into the boundary. Could be a slant, a hitch, a quick out, whatever we decided. for that week or for that play. And then up top to the Twins side, we're going to have a screen option. It could be a bubble screen. It could be a fast screen, just whatever we decided, okay? So here, it's 1st and 10, and we got a 7-man box. So, obviously we have six blockers for 7 defenders, and we decide that we're going to throw the screen option up to the top of the screen, and we end up getting 27 yard on 1st down. So 1st and 10, we take the screen option, and we go 27 yards on 1st down to set up another 1st and 10. Okay, so another 1st and 10, second play of the game, second play of the series. Here's our H-back again, our tailback. We're running the exact same play flipped. So here's our single receiver into the boundary, our twins to the field. We have another inside zone scheme up top. We have a run pass option on. Okay. Again, you can see the defense has 7 in the box, 8 creeping in. We take advantage of our quarterback likes the screen option. So we're going to throw it out there, and we're going to pick up 17 on second down. So we've now gone 2 plays, 2 first downs, both in the RPO game. All right. So remember, I talked about misdirection run game. We like to use misdirection run game, shifts and motions and all that stuff to dress up our base run game when we're not RPOing. What we have here is our H-back is out here as the number 2 receiver. Okay. And our tailback is in the backfield. We're going to shift those guys. Okay, so we get a shift, then we're going to motion our outside receiver, and we're running buck sweep to the field with faking the end around to the receiver that was in motion. So we're going to run buck sweep to the field. We get a 20-yard gain to another 1st down, and we're out at the 6. So we've gone run pass option, buck sweep for 3 first downs in a row. Now, like I told you, you're going to see the bumps in the road. This is our sugar huddle package, okay? We end up false starting. Let me tell you, this is the 3rd game of the year. 3rd game of the year. Our sugar huddle package is not as fast as it needs to be right here. You will see later on in this film session that we get to where we are very fast out of the sugar huddle, and it was a big part of what we did. And we executed really, really well out of it. We're going to continue to use the sugar huddle. We stole it straight from Auburn, straight from Gus Malzahn. When we execute the sugar huddle and we utilize the sugar huddle, we're trying to get on the edge fast, or we're trying to throw over the top. Okay, so you can see our receivers are breaking. I'm going to stop the film when this ball should be snapped. We break, everybody's down. That ball should be snapped right now. Okay, you can see the defensive line's not ready. Linebackers aren't ready. We need that ball snapped now. Okay, we're a little bit slow. We're running toss sweep to the field. Okay, we get a nice tough run by the tailback. He gets us down to about the 3-yard line. You can see the wide right here. So now we've gone RPO 27 yards, 1st down. RPO 17 yards, 1st down. Buck sweep to the field for another 1st down, 20 yards. And then we got the penalty, 1st and goal from the 11. We go sugar huddle toss sweep down to the 3. Okay. Takes us to the next play. I am a big believer in that no matter what style of offense you run, whether it's air raid, run and shoot, power spread, I formation, wing T, whatever, you need to have some kind of goal line or short yardage offense for those situations. This is ours. We have 2 tight ends. We use the Maryland I, double tight, 3-back. 82 is a tight end, 10's a tight end. Our H-back is 34, and then we have 2 tailbacks. So to cap this drive off, we're just going to run a double ISO play right down here to the bottom of the screen, and when we get in with a good tough run. So this drive is a great example of a great opening drive. You can see the scoreboard is 9 minutes left in the 1st quarter. That's our 1st drive. We went 2 RPOs off the inside zone scheme to start off, and then we went a buck sweep to the field. And then we went a sugar huddle toss sweep to the field, and then we capped it off with a tough run out of our goal line short yardage package. Okay, this is the second drive of this game. So we're up 7-0. This is 1st and 10, and we screw up. So we shift right here. and we're running a play action pass. Our H-back, actually, this is our fullback type H-back kid, okay? He should have shifted from where he's at now back to the bottom of the screen, because in our play action protection, he has this play side defensive end. So luckily, our running back had his head on a swivel and picks that guy up. I do want a better play fake in our play action pass between the quarterback and tailback. But again, you run the ball and you utilize run pass options, and you're going to be able to throw over the top on people. And so here's what we got on this play action pass. We got a double move out and up. Sometimes we'll go sluggo or hitch and go by the single receiver. And then we have the fast and go down here to the twins. We had thrown a lot of fast screen. I think we could have the pass option up top. And the play action pass, I think we could have taken advantage of what we had up top. But I think we had thrown, the fast screen so much in the previous series that our quarterback felt good about throwing the screen and go. So we play action pass right here, and we end up throwing the ball over the top on 1st and 10. Good throw, good catch. Okay, it's a 37-yard gain. Sets up another 1st and 10. Okay, so now we're 1st and 10. Ball on the right hash. We like to shift in motion to dress up base runs. So here we will. Excuse me. I'll go to the wide. We shift both backs. Okay. And then we also shift the receiver up top on the line, the receiver down here off the line. We are running a fly sweep to our receiver number 25, the fastest receiver on the field. And that is one of the ways that we get the ball in our best skill guys' hands is the fly sweep. So we hand the fly convoy block with both backs, the H-back and the tailback. And we get 8 yards and pick up a 1st down. So we get a little bit of help right there. And that sets up another 1st and 10. So we went play action pass for a 37-yard gain on 1st and 10. We set up another 1st and 10, go fly sweep, get a little help with a penalty. So we're 1st and 10 again. All right, now remember, not everything we do is run game, run pass options, play action pass. There is other things we do. This happens to be one of those things. This is how we cap off this drive. We run a drop back pass. We're close to the red zone, so we max protect. Both backs stay in. What we do here is we run little roll speed outs by number 1 receivers, the outside number 1 receivers, and we want a seam read by number 2. Our quarterback is taking best matchup on the outside with the outs to the seam read. He likes the matchup up top, so he goes ahead and takes that into man coverage. We shift. They go to 3. Flat defender can't get under the roll out. They go from man to 3, can't get under the roll out. We throw a nicely timed ball for the touchdown, and we're up 14-0. So the catalyst of that series was the play action pass on 1st down. Was a big part of it, a 37-yard gain. So, and then of course we ran the ball with the fly sweep, and we were able to get about 8 or 9 yards, and then with the face mask penalty, put us in position to score. So that's the first 2 series of this game. You can already see how our offense is structured, that we are true to it. It's what we believe in. It helps us be successful. It is a well-designed power spread offense or run-based shotgun offense. Okay. All right. A little backstory here. This team in the black, that's us. We are the number 1 team in the state. This is the 5th game of the year, a non-district game, non-league game, not a playoff game. We are the number 1 team in the state in our division, and the team in the white is the number 1 team in the state in the division below us. We won the 2019 state championship in our division. These guys won the 2019 state championship in their division. It was their 3rd state championship in a row. This was our 2nd state championship in the last 4 years. So this is 2 blue blood programs going at it in a non-district game, game of the week in Texas. And we find ourselves right now at this point, we are down 28-6 in the 2nd quarter. Okay. So not an ideal situation, but we stick with what we believe in. And we did this game not necessarily planning on running our quarterback, but sometimes you got to do things that you don't necessarily want to do to win a game. So here we go. We are going to execute run pass options on 1st and 10. Okay, it's 1st and 10. We have now we have trips. So we're in our same personnel group. Our tailback, our H back is still in the backfield. We have single receiver with quick game options and the screen option up top. Okay, so 1st and 10. We're down 28-6. Our quarterback decides that he wants to take his shot on the screen option up top. We're running a counter scheme up top. You can see a counter stay scheme where we pull guard back. We throw the fast screen. We get bodies on bodies, and we get 9 yards on 1st down. So we're facing a 2nd and 1 now. We are very simple. We simply flip the formation and run the exact same play. Okay. Defense has pretty close to a 7-man box. All right. We're going to go ahead and run that same counter scheme down here. And our quarterback chooses to throw the pass option. We get 14 yards on 2nd and 1 to pick up 1st down. Okay. So we're at another 1st down, and simplicity. We are going to execute the exact same play. Flip it around, tailbacks up top, H-backs down here. And the counter scheme up top. Quarterback likes a fast screen again. He takes it. We get up the field, get about 6 or 7 yards, and we get a holding penalty. So we're going to be bumped back. Okay. We are going to say 1st and 20. Okay. 1st and 20. All right. And we are going to stick with the run pass option game. So now, same personnel, but we're in a 2x2 set. Tailback is up top. H-backs right here, our 3 wide receivers, you can see. We are running a counter scheme again, and we are executing pass options on both sides once more. Our quarterback likes what he sees in the box, or he likes what we see from our key defender, and so he is actually going to keep it on 1st and 20. Counter scheme, we gain 36, pick up the 1st down, move into the red zone. Okay. So big play off the run pass option. You'll notice that we have not ran anything but run pass options on this drive. We line up, same look. Okay. Now, I'm not a perfect play caller. We are not perfect play callers. They have a 7-man box, 2 for 2 up top, 2 for 2 down here. This would have been a good opportunity to execute some kind of play action pass or some kind of rub concept by these 2 receivers. We got the RPO on. Quarterback doesn't like what he sees. He's going to go ahead and keep it. Picks up about 3 yards on a good, tough run. Okay. So we set up about a 2nd and 6, 2nd and 7. We're going to get back in that 3x1 look with our tailback dotting the trips, running the RPO. Okay. And we like the fast screen option. Tailback gets up the field. Good, tough run. Takes us down to the 6-yard line. So it's been nothing but run pass options this whole drive. Okay. We are at a 1st and goal from the 7. Okay. And we brought in our on the line tight end up top. Our H back is also up top. Okay. And we are running an inside zone insert play where we lock our backside guard and tackle, the right guard and tackle. And we cap that drive off with a touchdown. So big time series in a game. We're down 28-6 to the number 1 ranked team in the state in their classification. We score on the zone insert. We go for 2. And we, like I said, we are not a super complex team. We're in the exact same play the other way. Good, tough run on the zone insert, and we get the 2-point conversion. So now we're down 28-14. Okay. Little bit. Oh, that's the 2-point conversion again. All right. A little bit later in the game, we're going to go right back to it. Okay. Right back to it. This is a new series, 1st and 10. Counter RPO. We like the fast screen option. We get about 9 yards. Might have possibly got the 1st down on that. We didn't. Okay. Second and about 3. You can see we're in that 2-by-2 look again. Still our base personnel on the field, running the RPO. Counter to the field, fast screens on both sides. Get up the field, we get the first down with the pass option. Okay. And we're executing a little bit different type of RPO here. So what we got here is an RPO off our buck sweep game. We got this inside receiver, furthest inside receiver, the offensive line in the backfield is all executing buck sweep. Our outside 2 receiver are executing either fast screen or bubble, whatever we designated for that week or that play. Our quarterback is reading his key. He likes the screen option. We throw it out, and we're going to pick up another first down in the RPO game. So what I want to point out here is that you have now seen in just 2 games and 3.5 series, you've seen us run RPOs off the counter scheme, off the inside zone scheme, off the buck sweep scheme. You've seen us run it with running backs, quarterbacks. You've seen us run it with quick game, screen options. I mean, a complete run pass option system built off of our run game. And that we believe that's a big part of structuring a power spread offense. Here we go the same thing. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We run a play action pass here. Okay. Now our H-back is on the same side. Still need a little bit better fake between the running back and the quarterback. Now, I like the option that the quarterback took. There's no over the help pop on the double move. So I like us taking that option, just a little bit overthrown. But I want you to look what throwing the fast screen so successfully in the RPO game did to the Twins look down here on the fast and go. We really missed out on one here. That's an easy 6, and that's just another way how the run game ties into the run pass option game that ties into the play action passing game. Okay. So that's okay. That was 1st and 10. We're 2nd and 10. We run a buck sweep RPO once more. Again, executing buck sweep by the inside receiver, the offensive line in the backfield. Receiver that is blocking for the fast screen has some indecision. Bust his assignment. They rally to the ball very well. They got a lot of speed. It's a really good football team that we're playing. They end up tackling us for about a 2-yard gain. So we are now facing a 3rd and 8, I believe. We are going to bring in our tight end down here at the bottom of the screen. We have our H-back, so we're in that bigger kind of pro personnel package, and we run zone insert. Again, play that was highly successful for us this night, and we end up punching it in, and that score right there makes it 26-28. 26-28 in the 3rd quarter, 9 minutes left. Okay, so to catch you up a little bit, now at this time in the game, it's 1st and 10. We're up by 1 touchdown. We win this game 48-40. So we're up by 1 touchdown here, 41 to 36 or 34. And we're trying to put the nail in the coffin right here and put this game away. We're up by 1 touchdown, 1st and 10. First down, we run the zone insert. Okay. It's kind of bottled up. Running back gets what he can get. We get down to about probably a gain of 3. All right. We're going to go back to our run pass option game on 2nd and 7. You can see now they remove 3 for 3, and they're manned up in our single receiver's face. So whether he's running a hitch or a slant or a quick out, it doesn't matter. He's covered up. Okay. They got 3 for 3, and they got what we call a creeper. This is a creeper. A creeper is somebody that is going to abandon his assignment, and his only job or his only goal is to intercept the pass option. Okay. So we have a creeper, we have press coverage in the 1 receiver. And so we're going to go ahead and keep the counter to the 6-man box, pick up a big gain on 2nd and 7. I want you to see what throwing the RPO will also do. This defensive end gets a down block. He gets a down block by his tackle. It is counter scheme at him, but he has seen that we have thrown the pass option so much that he abandons all assignment. He runs up the field in an attempt to intercept the screen, the pass option, and we don't even have to block him on the counter scheme. He takes himself out of the play. So big time play on the RPO to pick up the first down. Okay. Now here is a time where sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Again, we're running our buck sweep RPO. We have a creeper. Okay. We have a creeper right here. Quarterback probably should have handed this ball off. Okay. We end up throwing it. And it's better to be lucky than good. Right through the defender's hands, we catch it. We end up getting about, I think, 9 yards maybe here, 11 yards. We might have got the first down. We did. 1st and 10. So, we like to have fun, to be multiple and pull out the trick plays. One of the things that Coach Gus Malzahn says is he likes to throw the books at defense. He wants to throw the book at the defense. That's something we want to do too. We're a little bit misaligned here. This inside receiver right here should be lined up on this hash, okay? And then this receiver should be lined up a little bit outside of him, okay? We are running a buck sweep reverse here, okay? Misaligned. Timing's not great because of the misalignment, but we get a real good ball. Our quarterback make a guy miss, make a couple of guys miss, and we get down to about I believe it's 2nd and 1 off the buck sweep reverse. You see us, we get in our goal line short yardage offense. We go quarterback sneak on 2nd and 1. Okay, pick up the first down. Again, we're up by a touchdown. We were down 28-6 in the second quarter. Now we're up by 1 touchdown. We're trying to put the nail in the coffin. The defense has seen us run buck sweep RPO. They've seen us run buck sweep. They've seen us run buck sweep reverse. We're going to go back to just a basic run play, buck sweep to the one receiver into the boundary, and this puts the nail in the coffin right here. Buck sweep is a big play to us. It's one of the first power spread or Auburn plays that we put in, even when we were air raid. We ran a little bit of buck sweep. So here's the wide. Ended up winning this game 48-40, and both teams ended up going on and winning the state championship in their classification. So really big win for us. The RPO was a big part. The RPO game and the run game, we went for over 300 yards rushing in this game. Big part of what we did that night. All right, fast forward. This is week 10 district championship. Like I said, we don't always just run pass options, play action, run game. We run a 90s pass, a drop back, smash concept with a cop route, a double move. We don't land it, incomplete. So we're facing 2nd and 10 from deep in our own territory, in the shadow of our own goalpost. Okay, we are in a wildcat set, but we are in a wildcat set with not 1 but 2 wildcat backs. So number 1, the man behind center right now is a wide receiver. This is our starting tailback. Okay, so typically what we've done is we shift, okay, to our tailback, now directly behind the quarterback. We can swing this guy and run a counter scheme over here, or we have faked to this guy and ran a power scheme over here. We've done a couple of different stuff. In this case, we decide to hand buck sweep from the tailback to our wide receiver. And so we run a little buck on 2nd and 10, opening drive of the district championship game. Make a couple of good moves, great unselfish blocking by number 3, great effort, and we end up scoring on a big run in the first drive, second play of the district championship game. So you can see from the wide, we shift. Wide receiver moves to the running back spot. Running back moves to the wildcat spot, and we hand it back to the wide receiver. So big play off the buck sweep. Like to have a little variety. I like to throw the book at the defense and get them to prepare for all kinds of different stuff. Okay. Second series, you'll see Sugar Huddle again. Okay. You'll notice that our operation is much quicker here. It's much cleaner. Okay. This is 1st and 10, second series of the game. We're up 7-0. Okay. Typically, we will be running, the jet sweep to the motion guy. We'll fake the jet, hand the power. We will run toss sweep, quick pitch, and all kinds of stuff like that to try to get the edge and throw over people's heads. This is 1st and 10. We utilize the play action pass. We fake the jet, fake the power, trying to hit the post by the single receiver up top. It's covered, so we end up checking down to the wheel route by the motion guy. You'll see the wide here. See our sugar huddle operation. Receiver breaks out wide. When he's about set, we break the rest. We get set. We motion fast, and it's hard for them to get ready, hard to line up. Big part of what we did this year was the sugar huddle. Okay, so play action pass coming in clutch, district championship. We end up winning this game by a good amount. This is the last series that I show you, 1st and 10. We try to run a little quick game series, quick outs on the inside, goes by the outside guys. Had a squat corner down here, probably should have taken the go. We try to throw the quick out, had that too, threw it incomplete. Okay, so no big deal. 1st and 10, we threw incomplete, so we got 2nd and 10. All right, we are going to run the RPO game off of a power play. So now you have seen RPO off of inside zone, counter, power, buck sweep with the quarterback, with the halfback, quick game, fast screens. You've seen the gamut. So here's our H-back. Here's our tailback. We're running power to the bottom of the screen. Okay. Our quarterback sees 7-man box. We could possibly be reading that defender also. Just whatever we had planned for that week. We decide that we are going to throw the screen option, and we get a body on a body, make one guy miss. And just like that, with a short little throw that our 7th graders and 8th grade teams, our junior high teams run these same RPOs. If you got a guy that can throw, a kid that can throw the quick screens, bubble, quick screen, and he can throw the quick game, hitch, slant, quick out, then you can execute this kind of stuff. All right. Moving on. This is a 3rd round playoff game. We are the black team. We're the number 1 team in our classification still. The white team is the number 2 team in the state in our classification. This is the first drive of the game. We end up kicking a field goal with 5 seconds left in this game to win 45-43. We were down by 1, kicked a 38-yard field goal to win this game. But we're just going to see the first series, okay? First series, we start in sugar huddle. Okay, break out into a 3-by-1. Set. Okay, we break the rest. We're hiding a receiver at tight end down here. We get the tight end hide play for a big gain on 1st and 10. Okay, big playoff game, and intensity, emotions are high, intensity's high. We're in a special package here on 1st and 10, second play of the drive. We have double tight, double H backs with a tailback, and we are running a power scheme with some extra pullers. You can see we lead our tailback, our backside H-back, and our backside tackle on this power scheme. Really good block by our play side H-back on the defensive end. We're influencing the tight end out there. Quarterback makes a nice, tough run for another first down. Okay, so we get 2 first downs in a row, one out of the sugar huddle, one out of a special heavy package. We run the exact same play the other way. And don't get it's not as clean. We don't get as much yards. We still have a nice tough run by the quarterback. Okay, sets up about a 2nd and 8, I believe. Now you can see we go to another special package. We have 6 offensive linemen in the game. Our H-back, our tailback, and twins out here outside the 3-man surface. We are executing a run pass option here. I talked about creepers earlier. Okay, we have a creeper. All right. We are running a power scheme down here to the bottom of the screen, and their Sam backer is going to creep. He thinks he's going to intercept the fast screen that they have seen us throw on film many times. We hand off the power. and you can see our backside tackle, who's typically pulling for the Sam backer on our power scheme, ends up having nobody, ends up pulling for the safety, and we get the numbers and the advantage that we want in the run game to go up 7-0, or 6-0. Actually, the next play we go for 2. Same personnel group. Okay, so here we have to take a timeout. Personnel problem. Okay, I told you you're going to see the bumps in the road. This is a real-time deal here, real-time series. All right, we go 3-man surface up top. Okay, up top with our 6 offensive linemen in the game, and we run super counter back to the 2-man side. So we go up 8-0 in a huge playoff game. Ends up being a shootout. And we end up pulling it off and getting to move on. So just a few more series here. These last 3 series are from the state championship game. So, obviously a huge game for us. We spent the whole first half in our special packages trying to pound it right at them. And at halftime, we decided to get back to the basics and do what we do. And we were tied 7-7. This is the first drive of the second half. We were tied 7-7 going into halftime. It's still 7-7, and that's where we'll kick off from. Okay, that's where we'll pick up. So here we got run pass option. We got a quick game into the boundary up top. We got a screen option down here, and they got 7 in the box. So we're going to attempt to throw the quick game up top. Not a great throw, ball that probably should have been caught. When you're throwing to an uncovered receiver, let's hit that guy in the numbers and let's make a catch, okay, and get what we can get. All right. So 1st and 10, we throw incomplete on the run pass option. All right. So we go 2nd and 10, and we utilize another RPO. We are running a bubble by our number 3 receiver, and we are running quarterback power down here to the bottom of the screen. It would be nice if these guys were a little bit more spread out to put this outside linebacker in a bind. So that's our guy that we're reading pre-snap. Okay. So he's out covering the bubble, leaves 6 in the box, and we're going to run the quarterback power on 2nd and 10, get close to a first down. Okay. So we're going to go sugar huddle on 3rd and about 1, 3rd and 2. Okay. Sugar huddle, 6 offensive linemen in the game. We got both our tailback and our H-back up in the sniffer position. And we run a quarterback gap scheme, quarterback power run. And we get the first down right there. Okay. Don't need to see the wide of that. All right. We go back to the RPO game. Okay. And you can see that this defense is having to choose. They're used to stopping the run with 7 in the box and bullying people and playing teams that are trying to pound it right at you while not trying to do anything else. We got quick game out here to the boundary. To the down here to the our side of the field. We got a quick screen up to the top side of the field. They got 2 for 2 all over. We got a 5-man box with 6 blockers. Okay, we come back in with a sugar huddle, run a quarterback run, quarterback buck sweep out of the sugar huddle. Don't pick up a tie. It's good. 1, 2, 3. We are going to, like that misdirection running game, add motion and shifts to what we do. We're going to motion 25 down here, the receiver, motion him in front of the quarterback, take the flash sweep, and run the quarterback counter down here, quarterback super counter to try to get the first down. I believe we pick it up. So you can see, guys, RPO, run game, special packages, play action pass, wildcat, extra lineman, all that stuff that you can do out of the power spread offense. We used it, and that's how we structure, and that's the foundation of what we do. Going on in the drive, we're at 1st and 10. We throw just a standard drop back pass, smash concept. They got 7 in the box. We keep 7 in protection. We're throwing a smash concept up top, trying to high load the cornerback. Good read by the quarterback, good ball fitting it in, gets us down inside the red zone to about the 12. Okay, now you're going to have to bear with me on this next play. We go personnel, we have to call a timeout for personnel issues. It's 1st and 10 on the 12, and we're executing a run pass option here. We got quick game up top into the boundary and screen option down here to the field. Our tailback is one of the twin receivers down here, the bottom of the screen. Our H-back is in the backfield, and it looks good right now. It's a 6-man box, we're running away from that outside linebacker. But at the last second, we got the creepers coming in, the outside linebackers coming in to make it a 7-man box. Our quarterback, nice, calm, cool, and collected. He doesn't stress about that guy coming in. He just simply flicks it out to the tailback on the screen option, and we get down close. Oh, man, I still think we scored to this day, but we get inside the first down marker, so it's 1st and goal. 7-7, tie ball game. This is the first drive, the second half in the state championship game. We sugar huddle, quarterback sneak for a touchdown. So we go up 14-7. Okay, a drive or two later, we are going to get the ball back. We're still up 14-7. There's a new drive, 1st and 10. Remember, when we sugar huddle, we're typically trying to hit outside quick, or we're trying to throw over the top. Here is a formation. We break into a formation that we are heavy toss sweep out of down here into the boundary. We have a tight end, a condensed step by our tight end and flanker up top. Okay, we fake toss sweep down here into the boundary. Great use of play action pass out of the sugar huddle, and get a big game. 1st and 10, up 14-7 in the state championship game, and we go play action pass, trying to put the dagger in the heart. They recover decently well, and they're able to stop us inside the red zone. Play action pass coming up big, catalyst for this drive. All right, so we're down in the red zone, 1st and 10 from around about the 14-yard line. We are going run pass option. Again, they go 2 for 2 over the quick game, 2 for 2 over the screen option. We've got a 5-man box. We'll run to that all day if we get that opportunity. We go quarterback power on 1st and 10, get inside the 10, set us up with about a 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5. That's the end of the quarter. We switch halves, okay? So we switch sides. We're on the 9. It's 2nd, and let's go to the wide here. No, you can't see the sticks. About 2nd and 6 from the 9. Now, again, showing that we are not perfect play callers. We got the RPO tagged here, called here. They got a 7-man box. This would have been a great opportunity to run rub routes or a play action pass of some sort. Quarterback knows that the box isn't good. The options aren't good. I'm going to have to eat this. But luckily we have a playmaker. We go GT counter, and, again, he makes something out of nothing. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, Great player. Our quarterback was for us. He's going to do great things at University of Texas San Antonio playing baseball. So we get we call a timeout, I believe, because of personnel issues. No, I'm sorry. That's the next drive. So here we go, double sniffer, sugar huddle. It's, I think, 1st and goal. And we run power, super power, and our quarterback gets in, and that puts us up 21-7. 21-7 in the state championship game. Now, this is the last drive I'm going to show you. We're up 21-7. It's 1st and 10. This is the very next drive. These guys are getting stingy. This defense, we got everybody up on the run. We're going to execute a trick play, a little reverse flea flicker that I consider a play action pass because it is off the run game. So you'll see we hand it off to our back. He hands it off to our receiver, who then pitches it back to our quarterback and throws it to our H-back for a really, really big game. So we're up 21-7, state championship. Our H-back is going to come out like he's going to block number 32, this corner down here, and then he turns up the numbers. Really, really good ball. Great catch by that H-back. That guy, that's an unselfish position. Doesn't get to catch a lot of footballs, get a lot of carries, but when he does, it turns out really big. So 2 plays in a row, 2 drives in a row, we're up by 1 touchdown in the state championship game, and the play-action pass was the first play of the drive and the catalyst for us to put the ball in the end zone and go up. So here we go. We call a timeout for a personnel issue. Like I said, you're going to see the good, bad, and the ugly. These are real-time drives, not a highlight film. We bust out into a double sniffer look again. We have our H-back and our tailback both down in the sniffer position. We got 6 offensive linemen on the field. We're running a power scheme again. We lead 2 through the hole, get a good gain. Okay. We're called down a little short. All right. We led the misdirection when we can. We're going to motion 19, this slot receiver. We're going to fake the jet sweep or the fly sweep and run super counter. Get it down close, maybe a minimal gain. Let's see here. Again, we sugar huddle and we run quarterback sneak. We don't get it. They don't give it to us. Okay. So now I think it's 4th down and just inches. When we get in that short line, that short yardage goal line offense that I talked about earlier, that I feel like it's so critical that offenses have something that you can go to like that. And we get in it and we run the quarterback sneak again. It's our quarterback's 4th touchdown of the game. He was the MVP, threw for over 200 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. We win 28-7, win the state title. So complete the undefeated season. I wanted to show you this film because it's not a highlight film. It's what we do. It's the foundation of our offense. I hope that you were able to see that, the stuff I talked about in this presentation, it wasn't a gimmick. It wasn't it wasn't false. We structure and build our offense around the run game, and then we build out to the run pass option, play action passing game. That's what we do. We execute it well. We stay simple. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you have any questions about what I went over today or any questions about any of this other stuff that I have up, my Twitter is @CoachCamCox. My email address is cameron.cox@Refugio ISD. I want to thank Coach Bandstra one more time for inviting me to do this online clinic. I think it's a really, really cool deal. Anyways, that's it. That's all I got, guys. I appreciate y'all for taking the time to check this out. Any questions or concerns, go ahead and contact me. Appreciate you guys.